What? Hello, everyone. It is I, me, Tamashii, and all I gotta say is Tamad's. I'm sorry, but it's evident that I started 30 minutes late, even though I changed my own time schedule. Here's the thing. Let me just tell you why, okay? Hello, Tama. Hello, Mela. How are you? I have been so tired and sleepy lately, okay? Guys, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I started 30 minutes late. Oh my god. Why? Also, my phone is just not working. Nothing is working for me right now. Let's see. Let's see if my phone works. Hello, fucking ew. Oh, okay. I think it's working now. I'm good right now, practicing Hollow Knight while Homer also streams next to me. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, wait, I forgot to do the pin. Yeah, but did you sleep before stream? Yeah. I came back home and the first thing I did is just like, I went straight to sleep. Let me just pin this for anyone new here or who ends up joining. Oh, my face is working now. Let's go. But yeah, hello everyone, my name is Tamashii and all I gotta say is Tamad's. I am a grumpy Latina VTuber who lives in Japan. I try my best to stream 5 times a week. On one of those days, I do political commentary called TamaTalks. So during those days, I try to be in serious Tama mode and talk about social issues that matter to me. But on the rest of those days, I do variety streaming. Usually, I used to start on time, and usually my start time used to be at 9 p.m. But due to like physical stuff and work becoming more hectic than usual, I decided to change my times to 10 p.m. That way when I get back from work, I can like have a nice nap. But lately I've been oversleeping. I wake up on time too, and I still oversleep. Oh my god. Yeah. It sucks. It really does. But it's all good. It's all good. So it'll be a short stream and I'll just talk about some things quickly, I guess. Let's just get started with some of the political commentary. Has anyone heard of this new Superman movie apparently that has come out? Because apparently the Superman movie is like extremely quote-unquote woke. Guys, can you believe that? The Superman movie being fucking woke? Hello, Nanda Toes? What? And by woke, like, what do I mean, right? Like, what do you mean, Tama? What do you mean by woke? Can you explain yourself? Actually, I can't because I've never seen it, but I've heard some reactions to it on the internet on how woke it is, and so I'm gonna hear like Will Neff talk about it a little bit through a very short clip that I found on Twitter, and also we're gonna do a react Andy of Hassan reacting to the new Superman movie. I ain't heard that. Really? That the new Superman is not too woke? Apparently it's super woke because it starts criticizing Israel in that movie. So it makes Israel look like the bad guy. And a bunch of people from Israel are kind of fucking pissed that they're seen as what the hell is that? They're seen as the bad guy in that instance. So I kind of want to like see the explanation and reactions to it. There we go. What is up with that though? Like, look at this cropping, guys. This is terrible, bro. Crop. Oh, now see, now it looks normal. Hello? What is going on? So this is Will Neff. I don't know if you guys know who this guy is, but this is Hassan Abi's literally their best friend. And his thing, what he streams on Twitch is usually film commentary. He loves film and he's always talking about movies and stuff. And he's actually really funny. He's like a really funny guy. So I definitely recommend him. Whoa, what? Exactly. But let's see if you guys can hear him. Oh my god, I have my TamaTalks on. Let's pause the music for un poquito. Boop. There we go. Un poquito, por favor. Oh my god, I really... Also, I've been sneezing a lot, guys. I don't know why. I don't think I have allergies, but now I'm starting to think I do. It's crazy. I think the TamaTalks is in the way. Yeah, I just noticed that. Let's see. Proper D's? What? Okay. Hopefully you can hear that. Let's see if you can hear it. Let's go over here. This is just a snippet of Will Neff reacting to the new Superman movie.
But the most brilliant thing that Gunn did was Baravia, is Israel, obviously.
So I guess Baravia is a country in the Superman movie that is supposed to represent Israel, okay?
And they're cartoonishly evil in the film, right? So no one who supports Israel can look at it and go, well, Baravia is supposed to be Israel. Because they then would have to admit that what they are doing in real life is cartoonishly evil. It's such a brilliant, like, oh, Baravia made you think of Israel? What about it? What about what they were doing? No, tell. No, tell. No, go ahead, tell me. The supervillain stuff? Is that what reminded you of them? Interesting. It's just comic book stuff, man. It's just
comic book stuff. And no, yeah, it's funny though. I really wanna see like what exactly and how they're being portrayed in this movie. I don't know if it's out here in Japan. Usually it takes like 2 to 3 months for a movie in America to be available in Japan. But I really want to see it now, like if it's actually criticizing the state of Israel in a way that's forcing people to be like, you know? So I didn't even know there was a new Superman movie. That's crazy. That's how much I live under a rock lately. Well, not really. I've been boycotting a lot of Marvel stuff, but Superman is technically DC. So I don't know if DC supports the company itself, supports Israel, or if this movie is like outside of the realm of Warner Brothers or whatever the fuck. But if they're criticizing the state of Israel, that's a lot. That's something. So we're gonna watch Hassan react to this and find out more about this movie, and I guess I'll be able to watch it later on.
It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's like just corny enough and just silly enough. You know what I mean?
You might get spoiled. Sorry, I accidentally attacked my mic. You might get spoiled, don't reach out. Okay, guys, spoiler alert. I don't really care at this point. Since I don't think I'll be able to watch it anyway, but spoiler alert, guys.
It's been doing crazy box office numbers, and
Oh shit.
that's where we're gonna. It is so good.
There's
It is
biggest.
so good.
That's a
MCU
lot.
Fall Off is here. DC Revitalization Project is here. It had the fixins. It had the fixins. Woke is back. My
Woke is
quick and
back.
Easy review. In the immediate aftermath of getting out of the movie theater was this.
What?
I said, watch Superman. Woke is so back, it's not even funny. Also, can't believe they did that to Israel.
Oh shit.
Up, up, and away. The new Superman movie soaring to the top.
Oh wow.
Flying to a possible record debut at the box office, expected to bring in up to $120 million.
Eyes up here.
David Cornsweet starring as Superman himself, and in a nod to the original red cape superhero, Christopher
Yeah,
Reeve.
I noticed they.
Excuse me. That's a bad.
Our own Will Reeve taking the silver screen in this latest reboot.
The Justice Gang has arrived on the scene.
A wildly entertaining Superman movie that balances the new with the familiar.
Ladies and gentlemen, woke is back. Superman
Okay.
is super woke. Woke is back in a big way.
Superman
And
is
everybody needs to
super
step aside.
work.
It's not go woke, go broke.
Woke.
It's go woke unless you want to be broke. Superman already is an alien, right? Like literally and figuratively. Like he is supposed to be, I mean, he's written by, I believe like 2 Jewish immigrants at the time. Like that was the character that they created. He's supposed to be an analog for like a godlike deity. But also on the simplest terms, Superman
wait.
is supposed
Superman was born on Ka'il, a fictional planet of Krypton. As a baby, his parents, Jor-El and Lara, sent him to Earth in a small spaceship shortly before Krypton was destroyed in a natural cataclysm. Yes, yes. I know the Superman lore. Yeah.
to be an outsider who's trying to do his very best and oftentimes misunderstood. And the entire movie is quite literally about that, down to a degree where it's not so subtle at all. He is supposed to be the peak form of like perfect human, a superhuman, a Superman, if you will. And he is actively and
Superman?
desperately muting to avoid spoilers. No, dude, there is no spoilers. This is a spoiler-free review, okay? I'll tell you when there is a spoiler part about it. Some of the things I really liked about it, some of the things I really enjoyed about the movie was how corny it is. How corny they made Superman, because it's supposed to be corny. It's a comic book. So they have like all of the corniness of comic books directly baked into it. And I do think that James Gunn hyper focused on all of the side characters and did a pretty good job of uplifting and highlighting some of the side characters on the show, whether it be Crypto, whether it be, you know, the dog, the super dog, basically. Mr. Terrific was incredible. Probably like one of the
Mr.
best side
Terrific.
characters in the entire franchise. Basically, Hot Girl follows you on IG. Yeah, I know. I found that out and I immediately followed her back, and I would love to have her on the stream. That'd be
Whoa!
amazing. But yes.
They even added Hot
Hot
Girl.
was amazing as well. Green Lantern was amazing.
Green
as well.
Lantern looks like
And I'm not
a.
even talking about the major plot point, which is Netanyahu and Israel. If you think
Oh,
this
shit.
movie pulls punches from criticizing Israel, it does not. It is an analog for Israel and maybe Russia as well, if you want to call it. You can say a little bit of both. But straightforwardly, it is the most obvious like Israel thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And r/Israel, the Redditors on Israel are very upset about this. But basically what I'm trying to say is every moment, every scene, every frame in the movie is framed exactly like the comic book. Like the incredibly corny, impossibly corny, kitschy characters that you see, exactly like a comic book. If you go into the movie looking for like gritty realism and like the old school DC style, like post Nolan dark DC,
Yeah.
you're not going to get that. Do not look for that at all, because that is not happening.
No, like it kind of looks like Spider-Man from like the few scenes that I saw. It looks like early 2000s Spider-Man from my opinion, just from the small scenes. He looked really colorful too. And I think that's what they mean by corny a little bit.
It is not happening. There is no like gritty realism in this, even though there is one aspect of it that I also personally like that is a holdover from like The Boys, which is the impact
Boys
that it has on real life people, like these sorts of massive battles. They definitely do.
Oh yeah, that's what I really enjoyed The Boys actually. Like I really did. Who was it? Oh, Homer did tell me that The Boys ended up turning into a shitty show, unfortunately. But I stopped watching it around season, like I think I finished season 2, and I don't think I started season 3. I can't remember. But what I liked about The Boys is how politically heavy they made the superheroes be. How much the superheroes just didn't give a fuck about like any of the citizens that they were quote unquote saving, and how they purposely caused chaos like around the world to control the world, and also to make it into a political thing. And it was actually quite terrifying, like me watching it. I think a lot of the times when I was watching The Boys, I had these like gasp moments, like like out of fear and out of surprise of how like fucked up it was, but because it was like so realistically real. I really recommend watching at least the first 2 seasons, because it's like it kind of shows you like the dark reality of how the government works, and the superheroes in this case, in that movie at least, represents like you know, the nuclear weapons that I'm assuming that each country holds, and also just politics, like how it works and how people get brainwashed into like wanting to support a certain candidate in America and shit. It's a really good show. So if this Superman movie is something like that, oh my god, and if it's goofy as well, I'm like super interested.
Show that a lot more than they do in the Marvel universe, where it's almost like a nod to how when these guys are fighting, like human beings are suffering as a consequence of that. But it also shows but it also shows that in a very real way, where I mean in a very comic book style way, because you'll see screens. You'll see sequences where like regular people are just like eating, I don't know, like yogurt while like the city is collapsing in and of itself. And that is because that's exactly how it's portrayed in the comic books. And it's also supposed to be like something that is happening all the time, so much so that they're basically used to it. This is something that like the average citizen is used to. But it was fun. Yeah, James Gunn was like, we're gonna have fun with this. We're gonna have fun with this. Analogs to the real world, serious politics wise. Number 1, the fictional country of Boravia, going and invading the other fictional country of what's the name of it? It's like kind of it's like a Asian country. It's like an Indian kind of name, but it's not. It's like very clearly Israel, Palestine. Jaranpur. Yeah. Jaranpur and Boravia. Boravia is this like high-powered, high-tech superpower in the region that is invading this other country that is not armed at all. It is a literal, exact one-to-one analog to Israel, Palestine. Okay, that's what it is. Boravia is Israel, and Jaranpur is Palestine. Absolutely, 100%. Anyone who says that is not the case is absolutely coping. Even if James Gunn came out and swore on his mother's life that this was not an analog to Israel Palestine, I'm telling you right now, they're just it's lying. And then the American weapons manufacturer's relationship with Israel is directly explained, which is why I think it's a better analog to Israel than it is to Russia. That's why, because like this is straightforwardly America and American weapons manufacturers and the relationship that they have with Israel and what Israel is doing to Palestine and Palestinians. People try to cite the fact that the script was written pre-10/7 to say it's not about IP, as though IP began on 10/7. Yes, I know that the script was written before, and maybe it was actually initially implemented to talk about like the Russia-Ukraine situation and how Superman would like save the Ukrainians. But obviously, there is plenty of fill-ins post October 7 that and plenty of scripting that took place post October 7, but it doesn't even matter. Anyone with two eyes and an active brain cell that can rub two brain cells together will see that either James Gunn or someone in the writer's room straight up wrote it in a way where it is a one-to-one analog. It is a one-to-one analog. Script writing is hardly a magical event that changes from occurring. Some people don't understand how filmmaking works. Exactly. And you know it's real. You know that a lot of people have seen it because they're coping. A lot of
because they're coping.
Not the pushing Z chatters, like the pro-Russia ones, but the other pushing Z Zionist, Z for Zionism, Andes online have been losing their minds over it. Even if James Gunn came out and told everyone this is not Israel-Palestine at all, I don't know where you guys got that, I would not believe him. He could be like, no one ever touched this script. I'm the only person who wrote this. This is not about Israel-Palestine. I would be like, nope. Don't even lie to me right now. It's cool, man. We get it. Sure, bud. Because Jarampur is just straight up brown. Israel is a white country with a direct weapons manufacturing ties to the United States of America. And the country that they're dominating is not a well-armed country that is fenced in. And it's brown people wearing like garb that you see in the region. They even have like AK-47s. Yeah, Boravia is mentioned as a U.S. ally on numerous occasions.
Oh,
You
shit.
are out of your mind. It is crazy. It was the most Israel movie I have ever seen. Okay, me watching Superman say
What?
Israel for 2 hours and 9 minutes. No, literally. Down to the bot farms. Like, there are so many parts about this. Yeah, when in the black side, I was like, this is crazy. Superman scene that got me when they showed an army of monkeys using computers to spread digital Hasbro to fuel the Boravian invasion of the native land is literally this. It is crazy. The Netanyahu analog even says Boravia, it's not even a Netanyahu analog. I think it's a Ben-Gurion analog, for the record. He is not Netanyahu. A lot of people are saying it's Netanyahu, but I think it's Ben-Gurion. This is
Kaya's
what
such a queen. Look at
David
her.
Ben-Gurion looks like. This is what the leader of Boravia looks like. Let me see if I can find him real
Wait,
quick.
let me see who this guy is. Ben Gurion was a primary national founder and the first prime minister of the state of Israel. Ah, I see. As the head of the Jewish Agency from 1935 and later president of the Jewish Agency Executive, he was the de facto leader of the Jewish community in Palestine and largely led the movement for an independent Jewish state in mandatory Palestine. Yeah. So again, like after World when was it from? No. Yeah, eventually, like at some point, Britain, they ruin everything as always, like was like, hey, we don't know what to do with these Jewish people. Let's just send them to Palestine and they will just live there. Okay. And these were Jewish people also. Some of these Jewish people that moved to Palestine were Jewish people who weren't even being affected by World War II. Because again, there was Jewish people around the world. And during World War II, of course, yes, like there was a lot of people suffering in Germany with the Holocaust, obviously, but there were also other Jewish people from around the world who lived outside of Germany during that time and after that time. And yes, they faced discrimination, of course, but to the level of what was happening during the Holocaust, not to that level. So a bunch of people, unfortunately, were like, okay, what are we going to do with these group of Jewish people? And which is wrong, right? Like having to force people to live somewhere else and shit and just like make them seem like outsiders. But then Britain was like, oh, you know what? Let's like Lamau, let's just send them to Palestine and just have them make their own thing there. Now, it wasn't even like a casual thing, and actually, they were welcomed by the people of Palestine, but eventually it turned into an invasion. They ended up colonizing, and that's how slowly but surely Israel was formed, was by the killing of many Palestinians and them being forced out of their homes, and that is still continuing to this day. And I guess this person was the first president slash leader of the state of Israel. And whatever this fictional character in this Superman movie is apparently represented by this dude. So let's see.
Wait, hold on. I don't think it's Benjamin Netanyahu.
It's
like
true.
It's a compilation.
They
of
look
a lot
the
of different
same.
things. It's a compilation of a lot of different things, but it's definitely
True.
Israel. There's a
It's
little bit of
true.
Russian influence in it, but there's a lot of Russian influence in Israel too. It's not Netanyahu. It's David Ben Gurion, dude. That's from the. This is
Bro, that
movie.
looks like him.
Please tell me that this is just chance. 2 hours and 10 minutes of Israel's doing a genocide. Superman needs to save Israel doing a genocide, or rather, Superman's inspiration causes other superheroes that otherwise would turn a blind eye to Israel doing a genocide in Gaza, causes them to literally take action that they previously said they would not. And all the while, the American government is angry at Superman for interfering in the affairs of Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
Get the out of here.
Yeah.
Superman is literally an immigrant that is always trying to do his best, and every single person is like developing tremendous enmity and animosity towards him for being an immigrant that wants to save the planet from harming children, from harming people, where at a certain point, he just straight up says, dude, I just don't want people to die. Lois Lane automatically hits the Hasbara lines because she is a journalist at the end of the day.
Oh,
At
okay.
the Daily Planet, which is like the New York Times. And she straight up is interviewing Superman, and she just starts railing into him. And I literally wrote it down in my notes. I was like, Lois Lane, of course she's doing Hasbara. It was so crazy. The entire Luthor Corps is Anduril and Palantir combined. Lex Luthor is literally a Palantir style figure. And yes, he has like silly ambitions, like his moral compass is like guided by envy or whatever, but that's just like the silly comic book hero version of it. But it's very obvious that there is like what he says as the major motivation here is not as important as like what is going on in the movie. He has to still abide by like the personal ambitions of Lex Luthor from the comic books, but the very real analog for Lex Luthor in the real world is straight up a Palantir style, Anduril style group of defense contractors. And what I mean by this is you can see it. You can see it, dude. You see it with the Hawaiian shirts that all the defense contractor engineer nerds wear. Literally. Like, let me see if I can show you. Like, here,
what?
Look. If you watched it, then you know. This is everywhere. Lex Luthor's ambitions are damn near identical to the real world analog of like both Palmer Luckey and also the real world analog of like Peter Thiel. And every single one of the scientists in Luthor Corp that are straight up working on, every single engineer that's working on the site is wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
That's crazy, to the point that's how detailed it was. Shit. So basically, these guys are people who develop AI weapons to kill civilians in foreign countries, especially both in Palestine and in Ukraine. So it's kind of crazy. Lex Luthor, again, this is if you guys are like comic book nerds, or know about like Superman stuff. Lex Luthor is a rich guy, and he's a bad guy, a rich guy who hates Superman. To think that in this specific movie they made it as detailed as to say that Lex Luthor is a rich guy who owns a company that makes weapons for the US to assist other countries in murdering and colonizing like the less vulnerable is kind of crazy. Especially with these Hawaiian shirts. Like I didn't think I didn't think that a Hawaiian shirt would be so symbolic.
This is one thing that I thought about throughout the entire movie. I was thinking, is the real world stranger than fiction at this point? Or is this movie doing the most to try to make it seem like it's the real world? Or are our real world villains in American society basically like comic book villains? And I think it's a little bit of both. I think at this stage, the real world has gotten to a degree of strangeness that basically feels like we're in this dark comedy, like we are in a comic book. It is not subtle any longer. Also, Ben Shapiro did not like it. So
of course he didn't.
That's everything you need to know about this. Okay, after having watched the movie, it's so obvious why he didn't like it. Yeah, no shit. You can say soy, oh my God, Hassan, you're reading too much into a comic book or whatever. But whatever gets normies to like get on board, whatever emboldens normies to feel more confident about their opinion, about saying what they feel, saying how they feel is good. How do these sorts of critiques of power get greenlit? I don't know. I guess it's like there's enough plausible deniability baked into the discourse that you can kind of get away with saying it. But yeah, James Gunn is the co-CEO of DC Studios. Yeah, but I'm just genuinely surprised because I didn't know Gunn was like that. I did not realize that James Gunn would be out here doing a straight up 2-hour Israel movie where one of the most iconic American superheroes of all time throughout history would straight up beat the doors off of Israel. But it is pretty funny to see like conservative reactions to this. Conservatives, when a movie is about being a good person, judging people based on who they are as a person and not where they come from and not invading other countries. That's literally what it is. I guess like the environment has gotten so hostile to like any sort of expression of woke that it is basically counterculture once again to have like a super basic plot point of a person who just goes, I'm a good person and I want to do right by others. I don't want children to die.
Yeah.
And then conservatives would be like, I hate this. This is the worst message of all time. Speaking of conservatives and the reaction to super woke, let's look at the pro-Israel groups and how they felt about it. Thoughts on the new Superman movie, r/Israel. Have you all seen the new Superman movie? I find it so disrespectful and distressing that a superhero created by 2 Jewish artists is now being used to promote anti-Israeli messages to the world. The entire story of Superman is believed to be based on Jewish history with strong parallels to Moshe. I can't understand how this was greenlit at a time like this with global anti-Semitism on a rise. Without giving too much away about the film, I like that this person is still like worried about spoilers at this point. There is a highly advanced fictional country, an ally of the U.S., that is attacking a defenseless neighboring people who live behind the fence in order to colonize their land.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, if you understand that that's what Israel is doing, why are you still defending Israel?
Yeah.
If you literally watch the movie and you recognize that it is a direct one-to-one analog to the country that you're supposed to be defending here, that should cause you to pause, take a moment of self-reflection here, and just decide maybe it's indefensible what the country that I want to defend is doing. It's so strange that the initial reaction here is to basically go, this is Israel, and I must defend Israel, the villain of the story. Of course, the invaders are portrayed as white, while the victims are predominantly brown. And of course, if Israel speaks out against the film, it would be seen as, well, if the shoe fit.
Wait, what is that comment, though? Of course, the invaders are... What? Okay, of course. The invaders are portrayed as white, while the victims are predominantly brown. And of course, if Israel speaks out against the film, it would be seen as, well, if the shoe fits. Like, is that a own? Is that like what? They're owning themselves with that comment. Like, what do you mean? Is that a bad thing? I mean, is it not true?
Victims are predominantly brown, and of course, if Israel speaks out against the film, it would be seen as, well, if the shoe fits. Pro-Pallies will literally take any movie or anything else from a pop culture right now and make it about whatever message they're trying to promote. And there's just one such example of this. I wouldn't take it to heart. They'll do this with Fantastic Four as well. Just you wait. I've seen them do it for King Caesar from Godzilla. So anything can be corrupted to suit the pro-pally message. I don't need to see that shit. If I want to see a Superman, I just go to reserve duty with actual superheroes. And fuck Hamas. You are Hamas. Pro-Pali. You are pro-Palestine. You are. There is no P. There is no P in the Arabic language. I really wasn't expecting much and chalked it up to hype or a liberal application of the Israel analogy to any imperialist expansion war, but the movie quite clearly recreates visuals from the 2018 Gaza border protests. Superman is anti-Zionist and leaves no room for doubt. Yeah. Here's a letterbox review. Yeah, holy shit, this rips. As a noted modern CBM hater, I genuinely think this is the best one. It has such a unique visual identity that I absolutely love. That's the other thing. The color schemes, like the characters, the color schemes. All of that is deliberate. It pops. It's visually stimulating. It's fun. It's kind of cheesy, exactly in the way that a comic book is supposed to be. It is an incredibly faithful comic book adaptation in a way that it's supposed to be. It doesn't try to do gritty realism. It doesn't try to do any of that like post-Christopher Nolan, Dark Knight style, like Zack Snyder style, like DC.
Where you can't see the screen, basically.
It's just straight up fun, and it's just straight up popping, and it's campy. Like, there are times when it's campy, because you can tell when you look at Lex Luthor's crew, every single person in Lex Luthor's crew is a goon. They're henchmen. They're straight up.
No. My brain has been corrupted. No, I forgot like the original meaning of a goon. I totally forgot the original meaning of a goon. I instantly just thought gooner. Oh my god. My bad, y'all. My bad. Shit, I should go back to my roots. Look what these youngsters have done to me. I instantly thought gooner. God fucking damn it. Shit.
Comic book henchmen. They're not trying to be cool. They're not trying to like modernize it in a way.
Hey yo, if you look at chat right now, they're gooners. Stop. Okay, chat thought the same thing.
And the movie itself,
his goon. What?
Actually, like, exists in this unique universe where like they're
goon. Tama Gooner. No, stop! Don't do this.
Are certainly moments.
Listen,
where, like,
chat. His chat is thinking
stuff.
The same.
There's smartphones and shit, but it's also kind of like not modern, if that makes sense. Like the outfits and whatnot. And I think like it just exists in like this unique universe. A comic book universe, a surreal comic book universe. It's both retro and modern at the same time. I thought this was a really good take about why it's so much more vibrant compared to Nolan and Snyder's. Oh, I seen this. Yeah, climate and economic dread creates a space needed for bright and whimsical media. Yeah, seriously, what they were doing in the 2010s. So glad colors are back.
Yeah, and like I didn't even know they were making a Fantastic Four. That's so crazy to me. I didn't know. But those outfits are ugly as fuck. Let me just tell ya, this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I definitely prefer this over this. Like, I can't see this. I can barely see that guy too. But like, yeah, it's true. Like, it makes me feel like a youngster again. Like I was a kid back in the day. Right wingers are so weird. Ew, it's true. They are so weird. And no, they're not weird. They're just pieces of shits. Okay, there's the difference, guys. I'm weird. I'm not a right winger. But if I was a right winger, I'd be a racist.
In CBM's comic book movies.
Oh my god, Rhea's gonna be so happy about this. Actually, this what's this guy's name again? The guy with the mustache. That's did you guys know that's Rhea's husband? She is totally in love with this guy. For the right reasons, of course. But what's his name? But I can't like I never thought he would be Mr. Fantastic, but that's a good choice.
If I tell you the real reason, you're gonna tell me I'm reaching. No, I think so too. Like it's not gritty at all. It is so colorful. Colors pop out. It's great. It's fun. I loved it. Also, Hassan Abihed worked in the VFX unit on the film. Hell yeah. Another thing that James Gunn did that I think is like not even Israel. It's just like for making better movies.
Hello, peeps.
Was,
Hi, Shark.
I think they're shelving Wonder Woman, or at least Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, which does
Please.
make a lot of sense.
Please.
And that's not even on some like Israel shit. Let's be real. That's just to save the franchise.
It's true.
Hell no. You can't be having Gal.
Okay, have you guys seen like her terrible Wonder Woman? What we talking? So basically, okay, Shark, let me get you into the loop. But have you seen the new Superman movie? Apparently, it's too woke. It's super work. What? It's super woke. It's so woke to the point where the whole movie is basically an allegory to Israel Palestine. It's basically criticizing Israel for what it's doing to Palestine. And so we're watching a analysis of that from Hassan, of course. And he's making some very valid points of how detailed this fucking movie is about criticizing Israel. Did not even know there was a new Superman. That's what I said. I woke up today and I was like, what? Like, everyone was just talking about it. It's like, oh my god. I saw a bunch of haters on Twitter. Like, I can't believe that the Superman movie is criticizing Israel. Like, this is so fucked up. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I saw, like, you know, people with humanity basically saying like, oh, well, I am so happy that for once a famous like piece of media is criticizing Israel in a very accurate way. I thought you were talking about Ironheart. Ironheart, what is that? Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Gal Gadot anywhere near that production, dude.
Kalel, no.
The new DC.
By the way, that Wonder Woman, that actor, she's Israeli, okay? So she's pro-genocide. She enjoys the fact that Palestinian children are being killed every day. And honestly, she's just not a good actor. And I didn't know this until after the whole October 7th thing happened, and she was just like voicing her very shitty opinions. But shit, man, like, her acting is really cheesy.
Also kind of like not modern, if that makes sense, like the outfits and whatnot. And I think like it just exists in like it's both retro and modern at the
I
same,
like how
at the same
Hassan
time.
did.
I thought this was a really good take about why it's so much more vibrant compared to Nolan and Snyder's.
Did
I've seen this, yeah.
an imitation of
economic
her.
dread creates a space needed for bright and whimsical media. Yeah. Seriously, what they were
Ironheart
doing in
is
2010
Marvel's
so glad
attempt
colors
to
are
make
back
a new
in,
Iron Man.
CBM's
Oh,
comic
I
book
see, I
movies.
see.
If I tell you the real reason, you're gonna tell me I'm reaching. No, I think so too. Like it's
Nah.
not gritty at all.
I'm not gonna watch any Marvel movies since Marvel is owned by Disney, and Disney gives a lot of money to the military, the Israeli military, and funds for killing children. So I am boycotting anything Disney related. But I guess not. I don't support piracy, but if someone were to pirate that movie, I would say nothing about it because I have no opinion on it. All I'm going to say is that I am not giving my money to anything that supports It's Not Real, okay? But I didn't even know that was the thing. That's interesting.
All. It is so colorful. Colors pop out. It's great. It's fun. I loved it. Also, Hassan Abihed worked in the VFX unit on the film. Hell yeah. Another thing that James Gunn did that I think is like not even Israel. It's just like for making better movies was that I think they're shelving Wonder Woman, or at least Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, which does make a lot of sense. And that's not even on some like Israel shit. Let's be real. That's just to save the franchise. Khalil, no. You can't be having Gal Gadot anywhere near that production, dude.
Kal-El, no.
The new DC universe cannot have a Wonder Woman that is ass cheeks like that. People need hashtag hope back.
Stop!
Levels in 2028. Yeah.
Hassan.
Like, I'm fine with like Henry Cavill coming back as Superman at some point, even though I really like this new Superman. I think he's great. But outside of that, it's like, you know, put someone else on the Wonder Woman tip. It's so bad. Yeah, not Wonder Woman, but just Gal Gadot, the actress, is out. Here it is. When James Gunn and Peter Safran became the DC Studio co-CEOs, they canned a third Wonder Woman film starring as Gal Gadot set in the present day. It's about time someone stopped an Israeli bomb. Nice. I mean, she's been owned into oblivion so much. Melissa Barrera would be perfect. Yeah, I think so too. Here.
Oh, yeah, Latina playing her would be way so much better.
You can hear it. You can hear this gif. It's so iconic in the worst direction possible that you can literally hear her saying it without even watching it. Kal-El, no! I'm so glad it was on the Gal Gadot rage train. Yeah, how woke is Hollywood going to make this character? Dean Cain criticizing...
How woke is Hollywood going to make this character? Oh! God, are you kidding me? So stupid. Why is that a fucking criticism? Are you kidding me?
This new Superman movie. The director of the new film about the Man
Latina, where? I'm right here.
Commentators after saying Superman is the story of an immigrant. It's literally what it is.
It is. Superman is a story of an immigrant. I think there's like, I can go meet. I was gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this next time, but there's these like a lot of like Superman immigrant scene from back in my day as a child. Okay, this scene right here. I'm an illegal immigrant mom. Smallville. Old ass fucking story. Not story, but nandakke show that portrays Superman. Gosh, this fucking guy! If you guys were here for the last TamaTalks, look at this profile pic. Oh, you guys can't see shit. Here, let me see if I can. Milking Obama. Stop. This fucking guy is everywhere. Shit.
We have no choice. We have to.
I gotta change my profile pic to that guy, I swear. But this is a scene from, again, a depiction of Superman.
We have no choice. We have to call immigration.
I told Javier he'd be safe here, and I meant it.
I want to help this boy as much as you do, but I took an oath to uphold the law.
All he's trying to do is find his mom.
I know, but we have to go through the proper legal channels.
Was it legal when you forged my adoption papers? I'm an illegal immigrant, Mom. You've been harboring me for over 17 years.
Your situation was entirely different. We had to protect you.
And I need to protect Javier. If I don't defend him, who will?
Exactly. So basically, that scene was about his mom being racist, basically. Seeing a Latino kid in America, and then she's like, we gotta deport him. The moment she found out that he wasn't a legal U.S. citizen, immediately her right-wing nuggets were tingling. They're like, shit, we gotta deport him. And then Superman, at 17 years old, was a kid at this point, not legal, but still had a brain cell, more brain cells than his mother in this scene. He goes, but Mom, I'm an illegal immigrant. You literally forged my papers. What do you mean? If you're gonna deport Javier, you might as well deport me. That's right. Can't believe James Gunn is going to ruin Superman. And wait, what? This isn't from the new Superman? But Twitter told me Superman isn't supposed to be woke. says Milkini Obama. This fucking dumbass picture, bro. Does anyone know if Red still has their YouTube account with this picture? Oh my god.
You have no choice.
Yeah. I wonder if there's another one. There isn't. There isn't. He just managed to slip in there, I suppose. No, I don't think there's another one. That was crazy, though. I did not expect that fool to pop out again. Ay. I love how it's woke if it's just not their opinion. Guys, this is woke. Marvel used to be good. Now it's just meh. Well, this is not Marvel. Actually, Superman is not Marvel, guys. Don't get it twisted. Superman is actually DC. From the DC comics. Okay? Don't get it twisted. But it seems now that Marvel has really, and because they're owned by Disney, obviously, Marvel has been really pushing pro-US propaganda, you know? Pro-US propaganda that whoever watches it will always automatically assume that the US is the good guy. And, you know, that yes, of course, we need to destroy everything and anything and anyone with US military support in order to save the world, because we have no other choice. We just need to do that. We just need to kill everything kind of vibe, right? And the US is right. We must do the right sacrifice. But I guess with this movie, with this Superman movie, it might be that DC is starting to see I mean, obviously because of income, right? I mean, duh. They're starting to see how unpopular Marvel has become because everyone's too woke, right? We're finally seeing the propaganda of said Superman movies, right? They're not just goofy anymore, like, you know, like Spider-Man, right? The first few movies of, like, the first movie is Spider-Man, the 2000 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man it's just a goofy movie, in all honesty. Very simple plot line. And you know, anyone can quote it to this day. I love quoting Green Goblin. I like gobbling it up, gobbling on these nuts. And it's goofy, but now, like, you see the Avengers, right? And they're just so pro-military. It's fucking crazy. Like, I feel uncomfortable just watching how pro-American military it is. It's not good. And people are finally seeing that. Why? Because we're seeing the effects of how evil the American military is, and anyone that is allies with that. And so I'm going to safely assume that DC is going to do the exact opposite of that, especially with this Superman movie that I haven't seen, by the way. I didn't even know it was a thing until now. But if they're like straight up criticizing Israel in this goddamn movie, first of all, I gotta watch it once it's available here in Japan. I don't know if it is. I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up and watch it by myself. Yeah, because I have no one to watch it with, chat. But that, or like eventually just, I don't know. We should like do a watch party of it, guys. Oh my god, that would be good. We should have like a movie night and watch this movie. Once it's available. Wink. Wink. Don't say anything, chat. Don't say anything. Okay. Let me see.
The idea that Superman is not this. Like, why is Superman woke is so stupid. Why is Captain America anti-Nazi? Comic books
True.
historically have had a liberal association for sure
Yeah.
with their politics, with
Yep.
their immediate politics.
It's true.
But it's one that is like very blunt. It is not subtle. Comic books are supposed to be like this. Comic books are supposed to be fucking woke. That's how they were started. It's a bunch of progressive nerds that have like made these universes in the way that they in the ham-fisted and not so subtle approaches they have to their own personal politics. It just doesn't make sense. Here, look. I mean, look. But this is him, by the way. This is literally Dean Cain's Superman. Let's take a look.
Man, Emily Stevens with Immigration and Naturalization. We just need a quick look at your green card.
Green card.
You are an alien, are you not?
Superman, I'm afraid until we get this cleared up, I'm gonna have to ground you.
That's woke too, man. Like, that's woke. That's woke. This motherfucker was doing woke shit. INS is or ICE before ICE existed. Chad,
yeah, before ICE.
Is it even has normie film podcasts like The Ringer's Big Picture talking about Israel-Palestine, which even they admit is a net positive. Conservatives hate it because it's not escapist enough. I am not a firm and committed believer that like movies that are woke are going to make culture woke overall, and it's going to lead to like positive material change in the world. I think culture is a reflection of our material realities. But it doesn't hurt to have like good messages in movies. I've never been the type of person that says like, why is this movie not sanitized in the way that I want it to be? You know what I mean? But I do think that a big part of reality is also showcasing the horrifying nature of defense contractors. That's real. Like, I'm not the type of person who will be like, sanitize movies, don't show like any sort of, you know, sexual assault or anything like that. That's a real part of the existence. Okay. That's a real part of the universe. It happens in the real world. Movies are supposed to be a reflection of reality, and it's not always supposed to be in the direction of like, this is good and this is bad. But as far as like Superman goes, yeah, of course it's going to be blunt. It's never not been. Look at this little article here. Superman poisoning American children, irate Nazis claim. Berlin, April 24th. Thus, Schwarzenegger's organ of Adolf Hitler's elite SS guard today denounced the American comic strip Superman.
What? That's so crazy. Oh my god. No, yeah, this is historical. Are you fucking kidding me? This literally just history repeating itself. You see how crazy this is, chat? Oh my god. The Nazis were like, Superman is too woke, guys. People who worked with Adolf Hitler were like, guys, I don't like Superman, and this is why. It's too goddamn woke. Says the Nazi elite that is working with Adolf Hitler. Oh my god. Do you see how real this is? We're literally going through another Holocaust, guys. Like, you cannot just like not talk about it. You cannot like try to at least boycott shit. We're going through a Holocaust. The Nazis hated Superman because of the real criticisms of Nazi shit. And now we have people from Israel criticizing Superman yet again for the Nazi shit that Israel is doing to Palestine. That's crazy. Crazy shit. Yes. Yep. Okay, yeah, we're definitely doing a movie night with this. Actually, within this week or next week, I'm going to do a poll for anyone who wants to do an anime movie night on my Discord. The thing is that I only allow my streamer friends to talk in VC, and everyone else has to like be muted. Sorry about that. It's just like a preference for me. I don't want people to like, I don't know if anyone's been through this before, but sometimes someone will say some random racist shit, and I don't want anyone to say racist shit or to make anyone feel uncomfortable, or for me to have to beat someone's ass on Discord and then ban them and kick them out. So like unless I trust you to not do that shit, like I will let you like speak in the VC, but everyone else is going to be muted automatically. My bad. But I think it's for the safety of people and to make things more comfortable. But yeah, Nola has been wanting to watch a movie called Orb. Not a movie, an anime called Orb, and various different animes as well. And so it's either this week or next week that I'll do that. And then after that, we can I think I'm ready to start doing like weekly movie nights. I just gotta find a good time for everyone. And I really want to watch the Superman movie now. Guys, we definitely have to watch the Superman movie. Holy, you gotta beat the fuck out of people? If they're racist, yes. Can I help? I mean, sure thing. We should always beat the shit out of racist people. Especially people who hate Superman, apparently, for being too woke. who are working with Adolf Hitler, apparently. Like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe how much
and drawn by Jerry Siegel.
Fucking history repeats itself.
And Joe Shuster. Things don't change, ladies and gentlemen. You know, some of the actors in the real world might be a little different, okay, for sure.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you know, you always have like powerful fascists. Yeah, history repeats itself. This is also funny. Superman isn't trying to be political. We just have real life supervillains now. This
True.
is something that I also thought about as well. How was David Cornswet? Amazing. He was fantastic, by the way. He was fantastic. A Philly boy through and through. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it, though. 1978, respect minorities. Superman. 2025, fuck, they ruined it with their woke trash. This wasn't like this when I was a kid. It's like, maybe you need to reconsider how your personal politics has changed. Yeah. James Gunn knew what he was doing. Hashtag the gun was locked and loaded. As a result of the Israeli court ruling, Viola Davis, 550 Palestinians face the threat of dispossession. James Gunn liking the Viola Davis tweet from the 11th of May, 2021. James Gunn, I didn't know you knew ball like that.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Real like that, James Gunn. Endless respect to James Gunn. We don't need any gun control around these parts. Okay? It's called Second Amendment.
Shut up.
It's there to protect the first. James Gunn, I didn't know it was like that.
We don't need no gun protection.
Okay? I was
Shut
not
up.
familiar with your game. I did not know.
I wasn't familiar.
I'm here to write a apology form.
It's
Hashtag
true.
suns out, guns out. Exactly. Hashtag good guy with a gun. Yeah, here is Superman being woke.
Stop. He's being sarcastic, please. No, sometimes last year I went to go visit my family in America. And I always, like, when I lived in America, by the way, like, Hassan, the moment I wake up, which is around noon, the moment I wake up, I immediately put on Hassan and I watch them all 12 hours. I can't do that now because of the different hours, but if I were to be in America, like, my daily life would just be watching pure Hassan. And I would just blast Hassan hella loud, and as I'm cooking or cleaning or whatever, and Dad walks by, Gordo walks by, and Hassan would say shit like that, and then he'd look at me. He'd be like, "What are you listening to? You fucking right winger? What? I thought you hated people like this." And I'm like, Dad, listen. It's called sarcasm. Okay, learn it, Gordo. It's called sarcasm. Okay, he's being sarcastic. Gun control! You didn't know, I didn't know his game. Yo, the gun control! The gun control! He liked this in May 2021. That's crazy. That shows a lot.
7th of May 2021. James Gunn, I didn't know you knew ball like that. I didn't know you recognized real like that, James Gunn. Endless respect to James Gunn. We don't need any gun control around these parts. Let me tell you, okay? It's called Second Amendment, and it's there to protect the First. James Gunn, I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know you were like that, okay? I was not familiar with your game.
I like chat. Chat's like gun.
I'm here to write an apology form. Hashtag suns out, guns out. Exactly. Hashtag good guy with a gun.
Good guy with a gun.
Woke. We are a nation of immigrants. If you go back enough generations, we all came from somewhere else. My father sent me to Earth that I might escape a dying world destroyed by the hate of terrorists. That doesn't make me any more or less American than this man or you.
Yep.
You don't understand, Superman. These refugees are in our country illegally. So am I.
Damn.
Yeah, lend a friendly hand. Superman says lend a friendly hand. Because remember, this is for kids. This is for teenagers. It's
yeah.
Oh, Jim, we don't want Sander along. Those refugee kids can't talk English or play ball or anything. Maybe there's a reason for that. Superman, how about my taking you for a little trip across the ocean so you can learn something about refugees like Sandor? People who have fled to another country because of political events, war, or disaster are placed in refugee camps like this one. This is where they live, in shabby, crowded barracks. Some of the children were born here, and they have never known what a real home was like. Gosh! Lots of international organizations have been helping during this World Refugee Year to find new homes in new countries for these people.
Yeah.
United Nations World Refugee Year. You can help, too, by being friendly towards boys like Sandor. Superman is technically undocumented. You know that? So is Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman. I could go on. It's a long list. Yeah, well, they get a pass. They're heroes. That's not why they get a pass. Yeah, dude, Superman literally kidnaps racist teenagers. Like, this is Superman kidnapping racist teenagers to explain to them what's what. Anyway, Superman indoctrinated kids into becoming better human beings. Please, bro, stop this dangerous propaganda. I know. It's the joke that I make all the time about, like, right-wing Republicans getting mad about messages like sharing is caring.
Yeah.
That's where we're at now. What else was I going to say? We're going to obviously watch Ben Shapiro mauled over this. Of course, we have
that would be fun to watch,
that's
but
also amazing.
Today's going to be a short stream, chat. Today's going to be a short stream. Oh my god, there's a lot of people who are not happy with the Superman movie. What is this? He knows nothing. Ben Shapiro. Superman broke Ben Shapiro's brain. Wet ass pussy. I do not see any wet ass pussy in this Superman movie. I have also never seen a wet ass pussy. Not from my wife, and also definitely not from Superman. Wet ass pussy. Sorry, it's just bug. Let me turn on the music again. Shit. Wet ass. I need to stop saying that. Shut up, Tamash. Jeez. ¿Dónde está la música? Aquí. Crazy. Superman is not even human. That's true. No, then that's the connection, right? He's literally, okay, he's literally an illegal alien. And that's what you call, in America at least, that's what they call people who are immigrants, especially illegal immigrants. They get called aliens. I've always hated the word alien as a child because it would be used against me and people who look like me, whether they were illegal or not. And it's just a way to dehumanize us and to, you know, make people think less of us and, you know, treat us like shit, basically. Oh, shark! Listen, that was on me. That was on me. I said it first, okay? Automod held a message from Shark. Reason, misogyny. Allow it or deny it. Superman white, a wet ass pussy. I just don't like it. I don't like it when it says Tamashii 33 allowed the word wet ass pussy. Thank you for your feedback. No, it's not feedback. God damn it. No, people shouldn't say that randomly, okay? Shit. Fuck. Superman should be repurposed to be bedtime horror story for racist teenagers. That's true. Listen, boy. Listen. Like, if my kid ends up saying something racist, I'll be like, hey, chill, little Tama. Hey. Superman will come at you at night, and Superman will steal you at night, and Superman will take you to a third world country and show you what it's like to suffer and be an illegal alien. Do you want that? Do you want that, little Tama? Do you want to be an illegal alien and then have sympathy for them? Do you want that? And then they'll be like, no, Mama Tama. And then I'll be like, that's right. No, I will not stop. I got way into that. I got too into that. Sharing is caring, but it's communist! Fuck! It's true. Superman white wet ass pussy. Stop! I'm gonna be saying that as a vocal stem. Wet ass pussy. Tama allowed that! Stop! Stop! I started it. Like, come on. Just like last time. No, stop it! Stop it! That's right. That's goddamn right. That's right. Superman with his wet pussy gonna take you. Okay, this is too much. Yeah. That was TamaTalks, y'all. That was TamaTalks. Thank you for whoever joined. I deeply apologize for starting late yet again. But my goal is to start at 10 p.m. JST from now on, 1 hour later than I usually used to. Just so I can have like more time to relax and nap. Work has been very hectic, very tiring, and I think with the weather, I'm just like, my body can't keep up. I'm taking so many drugs, chat. You don't understand that I'm not used to. The weather is so hot. There's been fucking thunderstorms and then and tornado warnings in my area in Japan. And then it's hella hot. Then I have to dance for the kids and sing and shit. And then I come back home and I just want to sleep, you know? Yeah. I've been pretty stressed lately, but I have a feeling that I won't be too stressed anymore, you know? Things will find balance eventually. Next time you need to talk shit about Ironheart. No. If it's, I'm just gonna talk about political shit, okay? Political commentary. And if Ironheart has anything positive or negative to say about Israel, probably, or any other political thing, probably. But we'll see. This one was kind of fun. This was a fun, like, watch along, basically, of Hassan reacting to Superman. But I'm gonna try to make the next TamaTalks a more serious one. Hopefully, God please, if I have time to prepare for it, you know. Usually I have time to prepare for this, for TamaTalks. I usually, you know, have a lot of sources, have a lot of notes, and prepare my own commentary. But lately I haven't been able to do that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But I'll be better at it, okay? But yeah, guys, this was a short stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and so that's variety game night from what I remember. And bro, I'm gonna play The Binding of Isaac. And actually, I'm gonna figure out the Spotify thing where I can hear Spotify music and not have it like be in the VOD, so I won't get banned. Same with like the YouTube thing. I really want to figure that out. I'll eventually figure it out, but I want to like chill and game, you know, while hearing music at the same time. And then actually on Thursday I won't be doing Elden Ring. I'll be doing a collab, a horror game collab. Hopefully it works out. It's not gonna be with Michu this time. It's gonna be with someone else, and I want to keep it as a surprise because I actually haven't like helped prepare for it with them yet, and they are very technologically not advanced at doing anything technological. So before I even say anything, I'm gonna like help set that up with them, and then we're gonna do a horror collab on Thursday. And I think next week I'm gonna start doing Elden Ring runs again by myself and try to figure out where to go. Jesus Christ. Friday, I still don't know what I'll do, but I'm thinking of doing another horror game if I buy one. Still not sure though. We'll see. And yeah, I don't know the rest of my schedule, but you guys will find out eventually, okay? Oh, I know who it is. Yeah, that was a huge hint, wasn't it? Shit. Bye-bye, bye-bye. You should play Peak. I should play Peak. I heard you could play it by yourself, so I can try that definitely. I'll download it maybe. I hope it's not too expensive though, but yeah, I'll definitely play it. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow at the 10 p.m. around this time. And yeah, let's have fun, y'all. It's not? Okay, cool. See ya. Bye-bye. Sayonara, marinara, habanera, macarena. And as previously said, I don't do raids during TamaTalks, so I won't force like any streamer to have to be associated with anything political. Okay, it makes things awkward for them. But yeah, the stream will end after my song ends. So bye, y'all.
してるから